Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
All right. Hey, guys. Welcome back to our show. I'm your host, John Harcar, and I'm here today with Tim Woodbridge. And what we're going to talk about, besides his real estate journey, which is incredible, we're going to talk about finding really what excites you. What's your passion, right? So you can get up every day and enjoy yourself. Remember, guys, at Investor Fuel, we help real estate investors, service providers, and really all real estate entrepreneurs 2 to 5x their business. We do that by providing the tools and resources to grow and experience that growth, which in turn helps them live the life that they've always dreamed of. So, Tim, welcome to our show, man.
Thanks, John. Appreciate you having me on here today.
Yeah, and from our beginning conversation off air, we run from the same grounds, both Southern California boys. And I'm excited to talk about our topic today, right? I think that's what a lot of people lack, is they put maybe more focus on what they can make versus what they really enjoy. But before we talk about all that, tell us about you, your background, kind of what got you into real estate and what got you to today.
Yeah, so Californian, living in Charleston, South Carolina. Got my degree in nursing from Northern Arizona University in 2012. Was a nurse for a while. Eventually stumbled upon Rich Dad Poor Dad, like everyone seems to. And I was like, oh, shoot, this is how people do it. And, no one in my family's rich. Like, hard workers, yeah, but not rich. And so I was like, okay, well, it just opened my mind to new possibilities. And, so from there, did a deep dive into real estate. Listened to Bigger Pockets. Brandon was talking with Frank Rolfe about mobile home parks, and it excited me. It was something, it was, lower expense ratio and sticky tenants and blah, 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 blah. But like also it was a little weird. And like, okay, so I was kind of a goth kid in high school. So I was a little weird. That's just kind of in the heart of me. If everyone's doing one thing, I'm probably doing something else. And that's just me,
Sure.
And so I just went for it. I saw on mobilehomeparkstore.com, which Frank was talking about, I saw a park that was for sale. That was, an hour 15 from me here in Charleston, South Carolina. And I called the guy up, and he had listed it himself, and we just talked. We just had a conversation. I was super nervous, don't get me wrong, but it was the anxiety like beforehand. And then like once we were having the conversation, it was like you and me talking right now. It's like, oh, we're just two humans,
Sure.
We're just trying to do our best for ourselves and our families. And long story short, we came to an agreed upon price. We bought it. It was very difficult to buy as a new investor in a mostly vacant, 10 of 36 occupied mobile home park. But we did it. We did it, And since then...
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
We have, I've built my portfolio, and now it's our portfolio because I've got a whole team working with me, to 16
Sweet.
parks and 589 pads, and we love the asset class. Love it, love it. I'm doing my best to buy everything in the Southeast and eventually Midwest.
That's awesome. And you kind of took away what I was going to ask, what was that first thing about real estate? And you said Rich Dad Poor Dad. I know he talks about real estate, but were there any other influences, friends, family members, someone that was in real estate that maybe planted that seed before or anything at all?
I mean, I had seen like HGTV stuff, like flipping, and I remember a doctor friend of mine who I worked with, his wife was a nurse turned flipper. And so I was like, oh, that's so cool. But I never pursued it. I never really pursued that at all. But no one I know is really into it. My uncle owns some rentals, but didn't do anything more than buy some rentals.
Okay.
And yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it was so funny. When I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, that was my whole thing was this is how people get rich. This is how I can get rich. It wasn't anything more sophisticated than that. I'm like, well, okay, the veil has been lifted, the wizard behind the curtain, I see this is what they do. And so my intention was just, I want to get rich, there's nothing sophisticated about it. This is what I'm going to do, and this is the vehicle I'm going to do it.
When you started doing this, you read Rich Dad Poor Dad, you said you went on to Bigger Pockets, right? And you learned about mobile home parks. I mean, did you do anything else in real estate, or did you just shoot straight to mobile home parks?
I took a lot of time, I don't know, less than 6 months probably, so not that much time, but trying to figure out what excites me, what my vehicle is. So it's everyone started with wholesaling, so I thought about wholesaling. I didn't really do much with wholesaling at this point. I did a little bit later, and I crashed and burned. We can talk about that, but I just tried to figure out what I liked, what I did, or what I wanted to do. And so I dabbled, I read up on things, but I didn't really take action until I found mobile home parks and called the guy who had listed his.
And what specifically about that started it all? What mind, what were you thinking? Mobile home parks are, you mentioned a little bit earlier, but what are those things that attracted you to mobile home parks?
It's really, it's just weird. It's different. It's lower expense ratio. It's very stable. So my personality, I like to front load a lot of work and then get good systems going on. So I'm not hustle all the time and stressed all the time.
You're not reactionary, having to be reactionary. Yeah.
So that grabbed me, I don't want to be always marketing for new tenants and got a low expense ratio. It's, you can run mobile home parks on a pretty lean team, which, we handle everything in-house, all of our 16 parks, everything's in-house, and it's relatively right, has been easy with the systems that we set up to get things. So we don't need to, we need a full-time management company for this 50 units and so on and so forth. It's no, it's easier than other things to remain in-house, which is great for control, making sure.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Our investors get, these great returns that we're given.
Yeah, no, and that's how did you learn all this, right? I mean, I know that you mentioned some of the resources that you said, but like, how did you know what to say to the guy when you called? You said you were nervous as heck. Heck, you didn't know what to say. Then how did you learn all these processes? I mean, how did you dive into, the tactical part of mobile home park investing?
So my personality is I do something that I want to do and then I figure it out. And I accept that it's not an overnight thing. So
Right.
sometimes I get people who ask like this exact question. And it's like, well, it's just a lot of doing it. So I can't distill anything, but like I can tell you that a lot of it has been like, okay, what do we need to do? Well, we need to collect rent. Okay, how can we do that? Okay, what are my pain points? Well, my first pain point was I'm doing all the books. I'm putting everything in Excel and I'm not great at it. So
Yeah.
what did I do? I hired a VA who's a bookkeeper and he's phenomenal at it. He still works with us. And okay, let's like all these little things I have and now we have developed over years. So it wasn't an overnight thing, but I'm good at okay, let's do it, and then where are the pain points and how can we solve these pain points,
Got
like
it.
that's how my brain works.
How did you know how to talk to the park owner? How did you know what questions? I mean, I know it's a conversation, but how did you know what questions to ask that would make it, give you the information you need to make a decision?
I think I heard Frank talk on the Bigger Pockets podcast or something. I don't remember exactly, but it was like, okay, how many units are occupied? How many total units are there? How many vacant pads? And what's lot rent? And how much are you collecting versus. So, like, I know I'm talking a little sophisticated now. It was not sophisticated at all at that time. It was,
Right.
well, shoot, I have no idea, but let's figure this out as we're going. And, my text, so I called him and he did not answer. And so I texted him. And everything I was anxious about, everything, there was some, anxiety, nervousness. And so the text was something like, hi, I'm not sure if I have the right person. And my name's Tim. I am interested in buying this mobile home park. Please let me know if you're interested in selling. And he called me back and I was like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I say? And instead of like it scary, like, okay, I'm looking at my phone. I'm scared. Answer, hey, this is Tim. And then it's just a conversation.
Yeah.
All of the things that were in my head that were messing with me just left. It's just like, oh, tell me about yourself. Why are you getting rid of this park? Oh, you're a retired pharmacist and you don't want to run the day-to-day anymore because you want to go up to Chicago to spend time with your daughter and her husband and your new grandbaby. I get that. Let's see. And he said, we ended that conversation with, why don't you come up here and look at the park and I'll show you everything. And so I went up there in the small town, South Carolina, which for a California boy was very scary. And I met with the seller and his brother, and they're both very kind people. But like, again, everything was anxiety inducing. But I just kept moving forward despite like with the anxiety. And so I talked with them and I made the offer that made sense based on what the asset was doing. 10 lots at $125 a month with a cap rate on it. And again, like I just learned this stuff from real estate basics books, commercial
Nice.
real estate basics.
Nice.
And then, made the offer, which was way lower than his asking. And he said, no, I can't do anything less than this. And so I said, if I can do that price, will you sell it to me? And he said, yeah. So a lot of it was fly by the seat of my pants. I didn't even have a second contract in there. I only had one contract like with the printed price that I had. That is
Yeah,
it.
pre-printed
So
with yours already. Yeah.
he said, I'll sell it to you. Yeah. He could have, like, I could have left.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And he could have been like, well, to hell with that guy. I'm not going to do that. But he didn't. He's a nice guy. He's an honest guy. So all the mistakes that could have been made, I made. And like, because I made them, I'm better. You know, people talk about not wanting to fail. You should fail. You should fail as much as you can.
Fail is first attempt in learning. But I think you did what most people don't do. You took the step. You picked up the phone. You went on the appointment. You scared as you know what, you went on it and did it. And I think that is what I think a lot of our guests are going to take away from this and should take away from this conversation is, look, man, get off the sidelines. Just do it. I know did you ever tell them that you were new or this was like your first deal? Did you ever mention any of that to them?
I think I did. I think I did. Yeah, I'm probably. I don't remember, but I probably did. I know sometimes like there are people who are like, "Oh, just tell them you have all this experience." I don't like that. I don't like making things up. It's like, no, be honest and like for new people nowadays, I tell them like partner with people with experience. So you can be like, you know, me and the team we own this and whatever. But like the whole like BSing to like make you seem more credible, that never sat right with me.
They could see right through it all the time. Right. It's like they could tell when you're trying to, say something, and a lot of people, go in there and just be honest and people like to help people. You know what I mean? So tell us what your business looks like now and, kind of where your trajectory, what you're looking to do, et cetera.
Yeah, so we own, I've built an amazing rock star team around me now. So we own 16 parks, 589 units, looking to buy so much. It's such a great asset class, and just really looking for to bring some really great investors along with us who want to double their money and save a ton on taxes in year one. It really is. It's such a cool win-win for everyone. And what I really like, everyone's pitching, oh, invest in my deal, invest in whatever. Mm-hmm. What I really like is we're building something bigger than us. So, I said that when I got into real estate, it was because I wanted to get rich. And now it's like, okay, well, yes to that still, but also I can have this amazing impact and I can ensure that my partners and team members get rich and I can make sure that the communities we can improve these affordable housing communities, and we can make a ton of money for our investors. And so like everyone is winning, and that's the only way that I'm excited about this anymore. It's like we can build this and create this really like big lasting change in so many people's lives. And it's exciting, man. It's very exciting.
Are there any opportunities out in mobile home parks or anything that you feel that you might be missing that would help expedite grow your business that much faster?
That's a good question, man. I like that. Anything, and I don't know how to tackle this, but that's okay. I don't know a lot of things, but
but
at
you
least
go
we can
anyways.
get it out there. So everyone still thinks, yeah. Let's talk about it and start talking about what we got to do. So people look at mobile home parks and people who live in mobile home parks as like a lower class, and it's very, very, very unfortunate. It's there's a lot of amazing people in mobile home parks. a lot of not amazing people, but it's the same as we're anywhere, you know.
Right.
There's people that are amazing, there's people that aren't. Everyone has value regardless of how much money you have, what you can afford. Um, and so, you know, there's still a stigma of these like, oh, these are just crappy trailer parks. And so it's like, okay, how do we make that, you know, that better in all of society? How do we make it so, you know, people aren't looking down at someone who wants to pay a little bit less per month? I mean, really, the whole like keeping up with the Joneses thing and living in nicer and nicer places, it's like not realistic, bro.
No, not anymore. Not in this economy. Yeah. And I think, you
To
know, I
be
think
honest, I would. No, you go. I want to hear.
Oh
you
no, I
first.
was just saying. I think even even just since since COVID, I mean, I think a lot of that changed the whole outlook and mindset of a lot of people. That, like you said, it's not about keeping up with the Joneses anymore. It's not about who's got the biggest and the best. It's a lot of people felt more centric about family and life and growth and personal and development and those type of things.
Which is amazing, which is, you know, how it should be. Um, and yeah, I was at a mobile home park conference, SECO, a couple years ago,
Hmm.
and I was talking to this guy, and he was saying how you take a step back and you look at like, okay, post World War II, there's, you know, a big push to everyone having their own home. And like
Yep.
everyone, it before that they used to live with the families and grow out a little bit, but now it's like everyone has their own home, and like it's kind of was like the first time in history shift in the world where it was happening like that, and now it's like, okay, this is not sustainable anymore, and it's you know it's good in that like there's going to be a ton more of like that community,
Hmm.
bringing things back to family, bringing things back to community, living with people, having better expectations instead of like I'm struggling to afford this house that I had to buy. It's
Yeah.
like no, let's have no one needs to struggle. Let's all
Right.
make it so we're all living a little bit better, more connected.
Right. No, 100%. And I see that and I feel that as well. So, do you have any plans to go into different asset classes, maybe RV parks or anything else like that? Or you just like your lane and you're sticking to it?
So I own a 34 unit apartment complex and
Hmm.
I own a 26 unit RV park. And I don't like either of them as much. So I'm glad I had the experience, but it made me realize this is not what I want.
Right.
I know I teased a little earlier about how I went into wholesaling and crashed and burned. So when I quit nursing in a few years ago, what was it, 21, I think? 21, 22?
Hmm.
20, yeah, 21. In September of 21, I quit my last nursing job. Um, I was freaking out because all of a sudden I didn't have this every 2 week paycheck like I
Right.
had for all of my life.
Yep.
And so I was like, well, I love mobile home parks, but I really love the idea of making a ton of capital in wholesaling. And I see all these guys, they're doing so good. So I'm going to go and do that and make a ton of money because I'm stressed, right? And so all
Hmm.
I saw was a dollar.
Yep.
And what I learned, I mean, I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of my savings and, went into some credit card debt, all that good stuff, hiring VAs and marketing and all that stuff. But it was a great experience in that I realized today that if if I'm only looking at dollars, then I am going to crash and burn.
Yep.
If I'm not in love with the process, then I'm not going to do well. So now instead of like, okay, what other avenue can I get into that's going to make money? My reframe is how do I make money for myself or for my partners? How do we make money in the thing we love to do?
Mm.
What do we need to do to make this more profitable? And so, like, that's creating this win for everyone instead of just like, well, shoot, I need to make more money. It's too short-sighted.
Yeah. And it really truly should. I mean, inevitably be about impact, right? And if you're able to make that impact, that's huge. So if our audience is listening on here and they want to talk to you a little bit more about mobile home parks, your experience, how you got into it, best practices or whatever it might be, what's the best way for them to be able to reach out and get in touch?
Yeah, so, it's twofold. If you're someone who's an investor and looking just to hear a little bit more about mobile home parks, why mobile home parks, go to wcginvestments.com, schedule a call with us, get on our email list. We do our best to provide a ton of value. And like, regardless of if you're investing or whatever, like, our whole game is provide value to people.
Love it.
If you're like, hey, I want to do what Tim has done, and I want to get into mobile home parks. I want to buy them and I want to run them. Find me on Instagram, instagram.com/tim.woodbridge. And then I think tim.woodbridge.54 on Facebook. And then LinkedIn is just linkedin.com/timwoodbridge.
Got it.
And like, just reach out. We can have a conversation. I might be able to guide you a little bit. My partner, Matthias, who is the rock star extraordinaire underwriter, does a call every 2 weeks on, underwriting mobile home parks.
Cool.
And, anyone's free to join there. So, reach out to me or Matthias Grunwald. And, we can get you looped in there. Again, our game is all about providing value and making this world a little bit better.
Awesome. Well, guys, I hope you took some notes. We will put all your contact information in the show notes. I learned a lot. I love the asset class. I mean, I haven't gotten into it yet, but I want to. I've heard a lot of, I talked to a guy, a little earlier today who has a couple mobile home parks out in the Florida area. So it seems like something that's trending up, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. Tim, thank you again for coming on and sharing some knowledge. And guys, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers.
Thank you, John.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.